everybody, the Lawn Gnome is here.
Excellent!
A review on music? This early in the year? Wow, if I'm not too careful, purple monkeys might start flying out of my ass. Anyway, I'm actually very happy to be discussing music with you guys today because I was yearning for some new music that I can enjoy, whether it was from brand new artists or artists that I've already been listening to for years. So it's just great to know that I'm starting the year off already in February with two artists to talk about. Both of them are new. One was around on the radio all 2018, but didn't make the album until this year, and one is a band that, once again, nobody knows about because it's not on the radio, and I never heard about them. I had to literally be in a box lunch store to hear the song on the speakers in the store and Shazam it. So let's begin with the first album. So before I begin with the two albums, just so you know, if you're new to my channel, welcome, it's a pleasure to have you, and for all of you who are coming back, thank you. When it comes to music, I like to actually discuss albums in pairs. So we're going to be discussing, as I said, two albums, and the first one is from an artist named Alice Merton, and her album is Mint. Now, if you are a music appreciator like myself, you probably heard a song last year on the radio called No Roots. And that is a song that really got me right away, and I was really into it, and I was curious to know when she was actually going to have an album, and it turned out that I had to wait a whole freaking year for Mint to finally come out on shelves in January, and the wait was definitely worth it because this woman is truly something special. She has such a unique voice. She has classic flair with a bit of a rock edge. To me, she reminds me of another artist that came out in the last 20 years, and his name is Pete Yorn. He's a fantastic singer-songwriter, and I hear a lot of his sound in Alice Merton, particularly in some of the songs like Learn to Live, Two Kids, Honeymoon Heartbreak. They're great, but when you hear Alice Merton and her vocals, she sounds like Adele, and she sounds like that very soulful vocalist that I love to hear, especially when it comes to strong artists that are women. I don't really have that many albums in regards to artists who are in fact women, so the fact that there is actually one out there that I truly love and hopefully will have staying power is someone that I can truly back and truly appreciate. Right now, I thought that No Roots was one of the best songs from 2018, and as of now, we're starting the year off right with Mint being one of the best albums of 2019. But what will happen to Alice Merton? Will she continue to pump out great singles? Because when I heard songs like Lash Out, it's good, but it's not as great as a song like No Roots. But if a song like Trouble in Paradise or Speak Your Mind goes onto the radio, maybe we'll actually get some more followers of hers, and maybe we'll see a very strong sophomore album. So definitely check out Alice Merton. But the next album that I want to talk about is a group called The Night Game. So I was in a box lunch store in one of my local malls, and all of a sudden I hear this amazing song, and I have no idea what it is. I have no idea if it's even current or if it's actually something from the 80s. Could have had such a strong, progressive, new wave sound. So of course I Shazammed it, and it is this new band from Boston called The Night Game, and the song that I heard was a remix of their first song on this album, which is of course self-titled, and it was called The Outfield, and I absolutely loved it, and the original cut is great too. I don't know what to say about this band in terms of how to describe it because I hear so many great new wave and progressive sounds. I hear a little bit of The Police, a little bit of David Bowie, a little bit of the Steve Miller Band. So many great sounds from so many incredible bands, and yet they are still their own and fresh. The Outfield is probably the strongest song on here, but we also have great songs like Die a Little. There's also American Nights, The Photograph, Back in the Van, which basically has a whole bunch of sound bites from video games that are melded together to make a fantastic retro song that to me sounds like Get Out of My Dreams and Into My Car by Billy Ocean. There is so much to enjoy in this album, and I want more people to know that the Night Game exists because they are such a great listen. But this album came out last September, so this wasn't even on my radar, and I'm so angry about that. But would I actually pick this album over the third album from the Churches that actually won Best Album from me last year? Quite frankly, I still think there's something about the Churches' Love Is Dead that is a little bit better. Maybe it's the mood and maybe it's the message that the songs send, but this one probably would have cracked the top 5. Check this album out, guys. I really want more people to hear the Night Game. I'd love for you to put in your comments, if you do listen to them, what you think of them, because I'd like to see this band make more music. So that's it, everybody. 2 new albums from 2 great new artists to enjoy. I can't recommend these 2 enough. And believe it or not, there's a lot of music that we're going to be discussing in the early portion of this year, because there are some really great albums coming out. But what I'm really hoping for is that this trend continues, because I would like this year for myself personally to be a very strong year for music. Thank you once again for watching, everybody, and I will see you in the next one. Love will keep us together. Think of me. Hey, thank you so much for stopping by my channel today. If you're new here and want to see more of what my channel has to offer, please click on the link to my last video, or hit that subscribe button to be kept up to date with all of my uploads. Content of all sorts is posted here quite often, so trust me, you do not want to fall behind. I will see you in the comments, and actions speak louder than words.